Since I've had a phone, I've always enjoyed Supercell games. It started off with Brawl Stars, and ever since then, later on I got Clash Royale and Clash of Clans. But now I have Clash Mini, the latest Supercell game that I have installed. And I've got to say, I really feel like it has to go global. It's such a fun game, and I was addicted straight away, even only been playing a month. But I don't think, just in its current state, it will go global. And in this video I have 10 suggestions, 10 ideas and 10 tips they need to add to Clash Mini in order to go global. Let's get into it. So, number one, this is kind of an obvious one and I'm pretty sure they're already doing it, that's why I'm mentioning it first. It's the progression / currencies in the game. Right now, the currencies are kind of just redundant. They don't really have much use. The coins you buy the heroes with, but like, there's not really much of a use for them, in all honesty. Like, you get the heroes and then it's kind of just, you end up with tons of gold and you don't actually need it. And it's the same for the other currencies. Like, the boxes that you can buy are just kind of bad and it's not worth it. And then the other things you can get, it's just kind of bad. Like, in the long run, I honestly just don't think that this current system's working, and people are just going to have hordes of stuff that they're never going to use, so they need to change it up. My recommendation is making it like the Brawl Stars system. Yes, I'm probably going to refer to Brawl Stars a lot. It's a goated game. I admit, it's my other game I play on my channel, but it is important for this video. I think they should do a power level system of some sort, like how we've got the star system. They could maybe add 5 stars, and each star you need the certain amount, kinda like how they've got it now, but they make it more in depth, and maybe like the coins are used on both heroes and upgrading minis, and they just change a few more things. Like, it would make more sense to go down that route. I know it could become pay to win when they're like new levels, but I feel like if they did it right and actually were like the Brawl Stars route, they could have a friendly free-to-play system. Number 2 is gems. This could have gone down under currencies, but I'm not going to put it there because I feel like this is slightly different. It's not like really based on the progression in the game, but I feel like they need to change how you get gems. Right now the only system to get gems is buying, and I honestly think in every other game you can get gems from ways other than buying. Even Clash Royale, you can literally get Clash Royale gems for free from the Mastery Track, which is actually absurd considering how free to play friendly that is. It's not at all. But I think they should do a system or a type of thing where they do masteries of some sort of way. They could add them on the free pass, they could do something like that. They don't have to make it so the Brawl Pass is free. Like Clash Royale and Clash of Clans make it so you have to pay real money, which is fine. It's fine. If they really want to go down that route, then that's for them. But I think they should have at least some way to make it so you can get gems. And even if you can't buy much with them, as a free to play, at least you've got the choice. So number 3, we have gizmos. I feel like they need to add gizmos into the game, but make them balanced. Obviously, I didn't play when gizmos were actually in the game, like in normal modes, but I feel like they really need to add them because the game currently kind of lacks depth. They removed no moving. On the one hand, it actually gains a lot of depth because you have to think about where they've placed things and you've got to move stuff accordingly and place stuff accordingly. But on the other hand, it kind of limits yourself and there's not really much once you've placed everything, it's just adding stars. But at the same time, it's like gizmos didn't work out the first time clearly, so it's kind of difficult. But I think they could figure out a good way, so I'm going to leave that as number 3. Number 4, we have the events tab. The events tab isn't useful after you get to tier 21. I don't recommend increasing the rewards or anything because I feel like the rewards are pretty good for events, considering how consistent they are. Like, you can get one like every week pretty much, but I feel like there's just no reason to really play it except for the quests. The quests are like one of the best things in this game. I think the quests are really well balanced, but like, of course, there's just not much need other than that and the rewards to play. Like, obviously you can go for the leaderboards, but if you're not gonna get the leaderboards, what's the point? You've got to tier 21, you better potentially buy the bought pass, but there's no tiers after that. They could maybe make the bought pass slightly more expensive. I know you might not want that, but slightly more expensive. Or they could make it gems if each players could get it every once in a while. But it's like got an extra like 5 tiers or 10 tiers or something. Just some extra small rewards, you know? Just to make it slightly more interesting. Next at number 6. I think it's 6. Please be 6. At number 5, we have got the quote-unquote story mode, the puzzle mode, which actually is quite a cool system. Like, this is the only game in the Clash franchise that actually has any sort of story mode, which is actually really cool. Actually, scratch that, Clash of Clans does. But other than Clash of Clans, it is the only one. And even though it's quite small, it is a cool system. The only thing is, they need to extend it a bit. I get most of these issues kind of because the game's not global yet. Like Brawl Stars without being global had like such little content compared to how it is now, and I feel like this game is holding back because of that, because obviously they would be wasting the resources if they didn't actually have the game go global. But I feel like the whole puzzle system would be a really fun feature. Gives free rewards. It could be like some sort of thing in replacement of a mastery system. Like, I would love a mastery system, but I feel like this game doesn't quite work for one. Like, Clash Royale kinda did it right with even having decks, but I feel like it would just kinda be weird based on how meta heavy this game is. But talking of meta heavy, the number 6 one, because the last one was number 5, is actually the meta. The meta is so bad. Every season, I've played 2 seasons, so I can't really talk, but every season, and I really think they need a new balancing team. They need the Brawl Stars, actually no, the Brawl Stars team is even worse. They need some better team, and I think I should be the new balancing person. I suggest adding 600 health to the P.E.K.K.A, please and thank you. But I just feel like the balancing just need a bit more reworking, and maybe when the game is out properly, since it's such a kind of like chess-like game and it's so easy to get one overpowered card like the Bandit or Royal Ghost, I think they just need to do something where they do more frequent changes. Again, this probably isn't a great idea to global, but they should do more changes, just like twice as much as they do now, because the game can get very stale when one ball is running rampant. Like this season with Bandit, I wanted to get 3,000 and I've got to 2,500, and it's like I'm only running into Bandit. I don't want to play the game. It's got to that point, so like it kind of ruins the enjoyment. It's one of the more important factors. But anyway, moving on, we have got number 7, which is new kind of troops. I'm gonna go into 2 different tiers of troops I want to see. The first one is more minis, obviously, but in the main case, more actual non-Clash minis, basically. We have got a lot of Clash minis, and I would love to see others like Firecracker, and some I'm going to mention later, but I feel like we should get some non-Clash representatives. This is both original characters, because I really like the idea of Swordmaster, and I really like the idea of Pink Fury. They're both original to Clash Mini, and I really like both their characters, just to name a few. But I also want to see not just from the Clash franchise. What if we got someone like Piper or Nanny from Brawl Stars? What if we got Bo with his shotgun and it did like different damage or something? Or we got Daryl who could roll around for his super as a hero or something. That would be fun. That would be really fun. And obviously it's not like they need the rights to use those characters, because it's literally their company. Like, it makes sense. I know the game is Clash Mini, so it's never going to happen because it's a Clash game, but it would just be really fun to see. Like, even what if we got the Hey There Chicken? I know it's a skin, but like, what if we got it as an actual character? That would be really, really fun. Like, I just want to see more unique things like that. But the other kind of mini slash hero I wanted to see was flying troops. I think this would add a big layer of depth that we don't have in the game right now, and I think it would be the thing that the game needs to go global. What I mean by this is it would be certain troops, kind of like Clash Royale, can't hit the flying troops. So if you didn't have flying troops in your deck, or troops that can hit flying troops, you wouldn't be able to win against them. But they would be easily counterable. They wouldn't have as much health as ground troops, because like you know, if you take out the thing that counts as their troops, you're kind of screwed. And there'd be many things, and they'd basically just avoid all the ground troops while being able to hit them. I feel like something like a balloon that would like target certain troops first or something, and then go for other troops, because that's kind of what it is in Clash of Clans and Clash Royale with buildings. I don't think they should add the buildings, by the way. That can be gizmos, but that's for another story. I feel like where they would target specific troops first, like maybe the back troops, like for balloon, that would be really fun. But obviously, again, I don't know how complicated this would be. A baby dragon that like does splash damage like a wizard but in the air. That would like just cool ideas at this. I think flying troops would be the next big advancement for minis, and there's so many ideas. There's so many. If you guys once again need a balancer, I'm right here. Hit me up Supercell. Just give me a code real quick. But yeah, number whatever. I'll put the number on screen because I don't know. The next one is obviously the Rumble mode. Rumble is kind of underutilized right now. I know there's an issue with trophies, but I just want to be able to get trophies, honestly. It's such a fun mode, but so underutilized, and the matchmaking's so poor on it because no one plays it because there's no trophies. Like, I go against people with 3,000 trophies while I've got 2,500. I also go against people with 1,000 trophies. It's really unbalanced for that mode, and that's kind of something they just need to change. It's kind of sad. I'm kind of upset that it's not like the best mode ever in people's eyes. But yeah, you know, let's go. Guys, not gonna lie, I've lost track of what number one because I'm recording all this audio at once without a script. But we're doing two more. The next thing I think they should improve in this game is actually the social interactions in this game. I feel like there's not enough ways to create like friends and different stuff like that in this game. Yes, you can do duels and you can do stuff like that with people that are on your friends list or just through a code, but I feel like that's not enough. You need to actually be able to add people. I feel like the friend system needs to be updated a bit, and I feel like you should be able to play 2v2. I don't really care if this is for trophies or it's not like Clash Royale, but a 2v2 mode would generate a lot of hype, and it would add a lot more depth into the game that the game needs. Like, I feel like it just makes sense. Obviously, there'd probably be quite a lot of annoying comps. I feel like double giant skeleton wouldn't be my cup of tea, but there's a lot of fun that could be had. They could also do different like modes and kind of like how they do the magic towers right now. They could do something like that where maybe one person takes turns each time placing the other person's troops or something. Like, there's a lot of cool things that could be done with that, and I just feel like social system in this game is kind of weak. The next thing I think they should add, it's kind of off that as well, but the final thing I think they should add is more improvements to clubs. I personally own a club with Charger called I Eat Kids, or We Eat Kids. You guys should join. The British Indian Ocean Territory is on top, but a lot of people don't really know of clubs' existences and their purpose. And yes, there is a slight purpose and you can level up with clubs, but I really don't see the benefit of being in the club right now. It's not really worth it. I don't really see, there's not really actually a point of being in a club right now. I don't really care if you say, well, actually you can get 10 trade tokens, or you can get 10 hero shards, or actually if you're really that bothered on them. But it's not worth it. It's just not worth it, you know. I've got one more tip actually, guys. Change the health bar on certain minis. It is annoying. I hate